level, the customer is rarely right to me. And I'm not talking about software and hardware necessarily, although that's certainly part of it. I'm talking more broadly than that. I'm talking about tools and the use of tools and the use of tools in our time. I don't know your religious beliefs. The last thing I've come today to do is step on anyone's religious beliefs. A couple of years ago, I was at a conference. I heard an anthropologist speaking. She said this. She said, tool-using humanoids with opposable thumbs been on the planet Earth approximately 200,000 years, give or take. Now, I don't know, because I wasn't there. Do we agree it's been a long time? Tool-using humanoids been on the planet for a long time. We're good with that. Let's move on. There's been a Stone Age, Bronze Age, Iron Age, Agrarian Age, Industrial Age, and we now live in an information age. How you choose to put the tools of your time to work have always mattered. They've always mattered to the human condition. They matter to industry and commerce. And they matter more today than ever before because our tools are so powerful. They're more powerful than they were 20 years ago. They're more powerful than they were 10 years ago. They make us money, they save us money, and it's no longer to be adequate with putting tools to work. There was a time when being adequate was okay. In fact, hundreds of years in this country of adequate was okay. Go back and research our agrarian practices relative to Germany and Austria. We were working at 10, 20% efficiencies. We still made money. We still fed ourselves and built a boom economy. It was adequate to be adequate with the tools. Throughout our history, we've been adequate. At a point about 50 years ago, somehow we decided as a nation and as communities like this, no longer adequate to be adequate with the tools of our time. Don't fall behind. The tools of our time have radically shifted and changed. We're going to see a whole bunch of them today. When you talk to them, because that's more of a show and tell. That's a show rather than a tell. I'll let you go look at that stuff. But what I am telling you is this. The tools of our time matter. If your business doesn't differentiate on it, it's a mistake. If you're in business, you're in the information business, no exceptions. There's just no exceptions. I don't make the rules, I play by them. You think your business is an exception, come see me afterwards. I haven't met one yet. I met recently, he was called a horse farrier, is he know that means?
All technology is only adequate at that given point in time. Today's technology is inadequate in 2 or 3 years. So what drives the move at what point in time to make a change technologically?
Good. I don't know if you hear John's question, but it's a good one, which is, look, you're saying that we need to stay at least at the leading edge. And I'm not talking about the bleeding edge, but certainly the leading edge of the changing. And you're looking for when should we change which horses as it relates to technology. It's a broad discussion, right? It's a broad category. But I can give you a couple. One is if I can't pay for it in these days and times in 18 to 24 months, don't do it. It should be able to be paid for that fast. Whereas the amortization of something like, I used to be in the injection molding business, a machine tool. We look at 7 years and 10-year paybacks, that sort of thing. Because it's like a slow payoff amortization of a long period of time. Right now, it doesn't matter what it costs, it matters how efficient it can make me at something, how quickly. Whether it's a point-of-sale system at retail, it's an inventory system in the back-of-house management. It's a way to hire better. It's a way to communicate better. Whatever it is, if you could prove a payout in something like 18 to 24 months, do it. Even if you have to throw it out the window and start with a new one the next day. That's okay. We're just not used to those types of payouts, but it's possible in today's world. But John, hold on to that thought because I have a warning for you too. It's a warning of sorts. It's called the milkshake rule. And it speaks to technology, and it's a warning more than anything else. It's a true story. What you're seeing me do now, I do approximately 50 to 100 times a year for more than like a dozen years. There's never